Mhm. BBCI po yan. 问题地方， 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Record audio. Record audio. Record audio.
It was out to Kondogbia, flicked away by Edi Militao. Then further cleared by Modric. Reinildo. Simeone again striding right out to the perimeter of the playing surface. On that occasion, Vinicius Junior screamed before he even had contact from Llorente.
To be fair though, the ball wasn't even in the screen there, was it?
I think it's not entertaining.
There was no need for a screen, but I think it was a shove.
This isn't a fixture that Carlo Ancelotti usually relishes. He's lost 4 of his 6 clashes with Simeone in La Liga. And they've got away another free kick in a dangerous area. Rodrigo de Paul was the victim on this occasion. The referee, the Real Madrid players feel has been influenced here. I think it's not entertaining.
There was no need for a screen, but I think it was a shove.
This isn't a fixture that Carlo Ancelotti usually relishes. He's lost 4 of his 6 clashes with Simeone in La Liga. And they've got away another. It is a long way out. Griezmann trying to flick it round the back for Felipe to. And now there's a bit of space out here for Anthony to try and conjure up an attack, a chance. Griezmann needs a bit more support in the area. Again, just not. Last year, and they don't really want to fall further behind this.
It's almost forgotten that they actually won the title the season before. So. Was dreadful. Real Madrid won it at East Barcelona to start all their trouble.
Welcome Welcome to Pluto TV, a free streaming service that's no effort at all.
The EVF. Now with auto switch, if you put your eye up to it and you had the screen out to the side, then you could use the EVF, or you could use the screen, or you could do just the viewfinder or just the screen. I mean, honestly, I would have one iPhone. With macOS Ventura, Apple completely redesigned system preferences, renamed it to system settings, and made it look more similar to what we have with iOS and iPadOS. So some of you will absolutely love this, others will not like it if you prefer the traditional look. However, it's very familiar now. So we have our Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and network, then of course our notifications, sound, focus, and screen time. It's the same sort of layout as we get on iOS. So if we go into general, we have about and software update and storage, and everything is
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
People would really appreciate, especially if they're newer to Mac. If they're not, of course, this would be a
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
seems to be here yet as well. But if we scroll down,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
wallpaper looks a little different. And we've got dynamic desktop.
Record audio.
And then we have options to fill the screen, fit to screen, stretch to fill screen or center. So it's the same sort of thing, just laid out completely different. The same is true with battery. Battery looks the same. It says battery health normal. And I think this is something they should bring to iOS as well. So here it's just saying normal, your battery's fine. And if you want more information, you click on the eye and it tells you the current capacity of the battery. So that's something I think is a great way to view this. And then
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
If we scroll down even further,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
keyboard and trackpad settings, and new animations as well for gestures. So as you can see here, scroll
Record audio.
gestures. So if maybe we want to go to the gestures and then we go to one of these gestures, it shows with different animations what those are and how to do it. So the trackpad's on the left, and then you have your window on the right. Of course, if you have a mouse, this can change if you're in your settings for that. And then if we scroll down, you've got your notifications, and it's explaining how to use everything. Very simple and straightforward as we mouse over mission control and app expose and more. So I think this is a nice update. They didn't have these animations in the initial betas of this, but I think this is a very simple and elegant way to show how to use those features. 3 fingers down, and you'll see it splits the windows out if you have multiple windows open. So if you love this, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below, or if you prefer system preferences, I'd love to hear from you there as well. But it's definitely a change. It's pretty familiar, but again, many may not prefer it. Now, just like iOS and iPadOS 16, macOS Ventura gains updates to messages. These are super helpful if you use messages regularly, and as you can see here, I'll just say this is a test message for a video. And if I send this, I can right click or option click on it. I can undo send within 15 minutes. And I can also edit the message, change what I want to, and then hit enter again, and it updates and sends it. Now, if someone is on a previous version, it will actually send another message saying that it's been edited. So if they're not yet on iOS 16 or iPadOS 16, or maybe they're still on macOS Catalina, it will send a message to them letting them know. We can also recover recently deleted messages. So if we go up here to view, we have recently deleted. We have unread messages, unknown senders, and known senders. So this is something that's really nice to see and definitely makes using messages even better and adds features some other messaging apps have had for a while also. You can also share play via messages, collaboration invitations and updates can come through messages. And also more apps can now show who shared something with you in messages. So not just the Apple native apps can do that, but other apps can do that as well. Now Mal gets some.
You're not in Kansas anymore. You're on Pandora. You think you're one of them? Weapons free, weapons free.
I kind of hope you say that.
Avatar, back in cinema September 23rd in stunning 3D and other formats.
Find endpoints missing endpoint protection. Devices without an endpoint detection and remediation solution are easy targets for attackers. You can improve your overall security posture by making sure that EDR agents are installed on as many endpoints as possible. Our solution is an active scanner powered by high-fidelity fingerprinting that discovers all of your managed and unmanaged assets. It can also tell you which of these assets is missing your EDR agent. And it's easy too. You start by scanning your network with our Explorer. Next, you connect to the EDR's backend API. And then finally, list out all the endpoints that are missing your EDR agent. Great. Let's see it in action.
All right, so step one was to run a scan of our network using the Run Zero Explorer. So we'll just go ahead and get that kicked off right now. Initialize scan, confirm, and there we go. We have an active scan going on. Moving on to step two, we want to connect Run Zero to the CrowdStrike Falcon backend. Here we are, and we can click here to add a new API key. We'll give it a name. And for this integration to work, we need to have read access to both hosts as well as host groups. And there we have our API key. Okay. So at this point, we just go back over to the Run Zero interface, look for the connect dropdown, and open up CrowdStrike. We're going to create a new set of credentials for CrowdStrike. And we're going to copy over the client ID, the client secret, and finally the URL. And I'm going to have to manage this again. Now, because this is a demonstration, I'm only going to run this once, but of course, you could run this on a periodic basis. So we're getting regular updates from CrowdStrike. All right, so I'll go ahead and activate. And now we'll see two tasks, the scan as well as the CrowdStrike safe. And at this point, I'm going to pause this video so we can wait for both of these tasks to complete, and we'll be back. Look for endpoints missing CrowdStrike. All right, so both of those tasks have completed. And so now we can move on to step three, list endpoints missing CrowdStrike. Before we get into that, though, I think it's helpful for you to understand how Run Zero calls out which EDR an asset has. So if you come over here and take a look at the Rumble attributes, and Rumble is our old name. By the time you watch this video, this should say Run Zero attributes instead. But in any case, there is an attribute called EDR.name, and you'll see here that this one is set to CrowdStrike. The value of EDR.name is CrowdStrike. Now, if I were to click on this magnifying glass, we would do a search on the inventory for all assets whose EDR.name attribute has the value CrowdStrike. So let's just go ahead and try that right now. So you see here, we've come back with 5 assets, 5 endpoints that have CrowdStrike as their EDR. Now, I could easily modify this query to search for the inverse, endpoints that are missing CrowdStrike, that don't have EDR.name equals CrowdStrike. But rather than me doing that manually, what I can do is go over to our query library and look for the predefined query that does exactly that. And I can click on this icon to search for live assets with that query. So as you can see here, I am searching for all live assets that do not have CrowdStrike for their EDR.name attribute. And they are a search.
Now complete, a laser etching machine then marks the details and serial number on the bottom. An automated machine tests numerous functions, and a quality control team tests others. including the virtual reality feature and the LCD and keyboard color displays, as well as the keyboard keys. Keys that need to be durable, because enthusiastic gamers have been known to bash them rather hard. Panettone is an Italian Christmas tradition. The exact origins are debatable, but one story is that it was invented by a Milanese nobleman who wanted to marry a baker's daughter. The baker was impressed, and the couple was allowed to marry. Some delicious folklore to ponder while you enjoy this festive dessert. Panettone is to Italians what shortbread is to the Scottish. A tantalizing.
It's really useful to be good at browsing the files on your Mac. It's one of those things that you're going to do every day when you're using a computer, so you might as well be really good at it.
As I make this video,
What's happened to Coke? He sure changed his style. What did he do? Max leave his knife in the dressing room? No. Coke had a notion. Guess he's trying it out.
Every day we got my wireless riding on this one, you hear me?
All it's riding?
Keep away from him, Steve. Keep away from him.
just isn't Colt Mason's kind of a fight. Either he's running out of gas. I don't think anybody at this ringside believes that for a minute. Or you can take this commentator's opinion for what it's worth. For the first time in his life, the champion is trying to fight a clean fight.
Still good at fun, Tom.
O'Keefe was sagging against the ropes out on his feet, and it was only the bell that saved him.
Come on, Jackie, let's go.
This is my 1DX Mark III. For those of you curious, this is a Condor Blue Cine RF cap. Link in the description if you're looking for something like this. I really love this because it really looks really cool, but that's really all it does. Like it's like a nice accessory for your camera. But if we put it just side by side, I mean the finish is very similar. Let me just put this on. I do like the look of that. And you can see the design sort of really matches the back of the camera. If you really like that, this flash just goes all the way like normal, any other flash. It doesn't go completely. You gotta go like that. You can do that. and it has the diffuser as well, and the white card. Something that you do want to keep in mind also is that look at how big the flash head is. And this is also to accommodate the modeling lamp that's inside here, which is really interesting because I don't think that has been done in Canon flashes before. Correct me if I'm wrong. But let's look at the operations of this flash. So let's look at the flash. Obviously, just turning it on, just like that. You can tell the screen, really nice screen, really big, very streamlined design. I actually really like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just press this button here and it lights up. Wow.
Picture me and
So you look, if I press the lamp,
record audio.
More clear indication, but sometimes what I have done on certain strobes is that I actually use the modeling lamp as a light source for video, because when you do hybrid shoots, this can be very helpful. You shouldn't put it on for too long because you can melt the flash box. But this is actually very interesting because you can actually use this as sort of like a light, a quick small fill light if you are doing both photo and video, which is very interesting for this flash and one of the applications that I do want to try out. But as you can see here, just like normal. So the way you access everything is, let's say you want to go to the zoom, you just like that. Just go up, tilt up, and you can go auto. If you want to go with different modes, you just go down, ETTL. I am not so sure what this is. I think that could be, I have no idea. I'll say I only use mainly ETTL and manual. I don't really use anything else. But as you can see, it's just so much easier. I just want to show you the difference between this and this. So if I wanted to change go into ETTL or manual on my 600EX RT2, what I had to do was I actually had to go to my mode and switch like that. And really, the scroll wheel is honestly really hard to make it quick. And so basically what I can do with this is I can just go down and then. It's like playing a game, you know. It's so much easier and so much intuitive when you're doing that versus like pressing this here and there on the flash itself. But let's say I wanted to change power. Wait, let's just change perspective manual first. If I wanted to change power, I can just do that and do that. And but on the flash, on the 600EX RT2, what I have to do to change power is that I actually have to press the, no wait, hold on. Let me just change it back to manual first. Press like this, fly. But this is just like, just so intuitive. And I think you can, and if I'm not mistaken, yeah, you can just quickly change it just like that as well. It's sort of the same on that as on the 600EX